magic displays. Blow after blow for the high score throne. Retro gods fight till the king is known. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance that goes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Fingers fast on the ancient machines, chasing glory through the digital scenes. Press or perish, the mantra tonight. Trophy dreams glowing bold in the fight. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance that goes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. This are spinning cartridges locked tight. Arcade arenas burning through the night. Past and future collide, here in flames. Legends forge in these retro blood games. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance that goes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Spinning cartridges locked tight. Arcade arenas burning through the night. Past and future collide here in flames. Legends forged in these retro blood games. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance that goes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Once more.
What's going on, everybody? RxDude22 here with you for the Retro Gaming League. Week 14 results, Week 15 rules and matchups. We're in the shmup part of our season where we had back-to-back weeks of shmups. This week was Salamander for the Famicom, also commonly known in the States as Life Force, with a couple little variations. And then we'll get into next week's game, which is another shmup. It's Blazing Lasers for the TurboGrafx 16. Punchy, what's going on? We got Retro Gaming for Life, who's no longer Retro Gaming for Life, but in our league, he's still Retro Gaming for Life until the end of the season. We got Bake Baker. We got One Forsaken Gaming in the house. What's going on? Can't wait to see how bad I lost. Well, we've got the results for everybody, and we've got the standings up to date. With 3 weeks left in the regular season, things are getting tight in a couple different races. We'll go over all that. We'll go over the rules for week 15. Like I said, Blazing Lasers. We'll show you all the matchups for that week as well. Let's get to the results for week 14 with some clips from all you wonderful peeps. For Salamander for the Famicom. First matchup is Sandblasted Gaming versus Captain Tendo Gaming. Here we go. Start with Sandblasted.
Fuck you. There we go.
That's one way to take him out.
That, but I did. Because that was the only way I was going to do it was iframes.
And Captain Tendo. Stage 4 boss. Flutie kept distracting me. We're going to have to put him in a timeout, I guess. Have to put you both in a corner. Captain Tendo rocking Stage 4 boss. Here's the result. Sandblasted Gaming got to Stage 2. Captain with the completion, 48 minutes, 22 seconds. Give him a win and a completion for 3 points. And 1 point for Sandblasted Gaming. Our next matchup, Tom Ken versus Retro Gaming Stream. We'll start with a clip from Tom Ken. Stage 1. This tripped up a couple people this week, so took me a little extra time just to find some clips of y'all, but we got some clips. And Retro Gaming Stream. Same stage, a little further back. Alright, here's the result. Tomkin got to the first stage boss. Retro Game Stream did beat the first boss in stage 1, got to stage 2. That's enough in this matchup. Retro Game Stream with the win, 2 points. Tomkin with the loss in 1 point. Next up was One Forsaken Gaming versus Retro Gaming for Life. We'll start with One Forsaken Gaming's clip.
I need to keep it.
Finding that sweet spot at the very end of the game.
There it is. No death run, baby.
That's right, a no death run.
Stop. 25, 43, 53.
And Retro Gaming for Life. Starting out stage 2 here. Here's the result. And for the first time in league history, we have a new world record. That's right, folks. One Forsaken Gaming is the new world record holder for Salamander on speedrun.com. 25 minutes, 44 seconds. That gives him run of the week. That gives him a completion. That gives him a world record. You don't get points for the world record, but congratulations nonetheless. And he does give him 4 points. Retro Gaming for Life got to stage 2, so he'll take the loss on this one, 1 point. We have our first world record set on speedrun.com in Season 9, folks. We knew it was going to happen eventually. You guys are incredible. It wasn't a question of if, it was a question of when. And the defending champ's the first to crack the license on that. So there you go. Next matchup is Ashton RTA versus Punchy Gaming. We'll start with Ashton's clip.
You know what I love? Oracle of Ages, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now. What was it called? Was it called the Switch Hook? From
Punchy
Oracle of
says I had the
Ages?
record of
I don't know
continues
how
used
they
in
did
1
not bring
hour.
that back
I don't know. It
in
might
any
be
other-
right on your tail
any
for
other
that one.
Zelda game.
And speaking of Punchy, here's Punchy fighting stage 2 boss.
How many times do I have to hit this guy?
And there he is with the knockout. And here's the result. Close match. Ashton got to stage 2. Punchy got to stage 3. That's enough for Punchy with the win, 2 points. Ashton with the loss with 1 point. Next matchup is PSX Killer versus Class Concurrent Gaming. PSX Killer is hilarious in this clip. That's why I clipped it. Boy.
No time to shoot. No time to think. Only time to shoot.
No time to think, only time to shoot. Thank you.
And yours truly, going to what I like to call the butthole part of stage 4. Ashton RTA, welcome in. I feel like we need to incorporate some of PSX Killer's singing there into our next theme song for Season 10. Don't know about you guys. No time to shoot, no time to think. Here's the result. He did get to the stage 2 boss. I ended up getting to stage 6. I could not seal the deal, though. 2 points for yours truly, 1 point for PSX Killer. Final matchup was Smiling Pluvius. He had to beat the average of all of us. So, we'll get to those league averages in just a second. But we'll show you a clip of Pluvius first.
That was almost way dangerous.
On the final boss. All right, here's the result. He did enough with that completion. 36.03. He had the second best run of the week. 3 points for the win and the completion. And league average was stage 3. So the league averages only gets a point. Are you changing up the theme for season 10? I usually have different music each season for the opening and closing. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Might look into that. But that's what we typically do. All right, so with all the results shown, we need some standings. Here are where we're at after week 14 of 17. One Forsaken Gaming starting to pull ahead again, 47 points. Smiling Pluvius in second with 44 points. We have a flip there at third. Captain Tendo and Classic Current Gaming both at 36 points. Captain Tendo Gaming owns the tiebreaker over Classic and Current Gaming, so he'll get the nod in rankings. So he'll be third. Right now, Classic and Current Gaming would technically be fourth if the playoffs were to start today. Me and Tompkin will write a song. Mr. Second Best strikes again, says Ashton. Punchy still hanging out in fifth, 31 points. Our next 10. Retro Gaming for Life still in sixth place with 25 points. Tompkin still in seventh with 23. PSX still on 8 with 22. Ashton 21. Retro Gaming Stream starting to creep up in that little mix there for that last top playoff spot. The top 8 make the big bracket. The bottom 4 don't. So it's getting a little tight there towards the bottom. With the win, he's up to 19. Still in striking distance. A lot of time left. Sandblasted Gaming right there also with 17. League average is at 16. Rules for week 15. Blazing Lasers for the TurboGrafx 16. You'll have from tomorrow, Monday, January 12th, until 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, January 18th, to get your runs in. Please tag us. We ask you to stream the specified region of the game. We'll go over that in just a minute. Oh, good. I have a gap from 5th to 6th. Yeah, you got a little bit of wiggle room, but don't forget that last week is a free-for-all, so there's a lot of points still on the board. Please do your run first. You can do whatever the heck you want to do after that, but please do your run first. We need to score that. We want to make it easier for us to find all that fun jazz. All right, we're going with 60-minute time limit this week. You're not required to go the entire time if you choose not to. You're going to play in the normal difficulty. Timer begins when you gain control of the ship. This game has 4 continues. After that, the game goes back to the beginning stage. You may try again if you choose, if time allows. Completion or highest score earned will be the one we score. To use your continues, be sure and press select at the start screen. Very important because TurboGrafx is kind of funny on continues. You have to push the select button. So whatever you have designated as the select button on your controller, please sure and do so. Because if you don't, you're going to be starting over every single time you get a game over. You're not going to be happy about that. We're just trying to make it easier on all of you. The goal is to complete the game or get as far, actually I should say, as high of a score as you can. I'll fix that for the individual post. Timer 1 will either complete the game. Timer stops on final hit. The 60 minutes are up or you're satisfied with your run. Please use the North American version of the game, which is the standard version. Please let us know your official run. Timer on your screen is required. Please have that. You can play in original hardware or you can emulate this if you don't have the game, which most of us probably don't. No use of turbo is allowed. You are able to hold down the firing button and constantly shoot, kind of like we had with this last week with Salamander. You are allowed to do that, But if we can tell you're shooting a lot faster than the standard shot, we're going to question it. No cheat code glitches or anything unfair. Well, if you think it's a cheat, let us know. We will let you know if it's legal. If we catch you doing something, you're going to have to do your run if time's allowed. Nothing different there. But you are allowed to auto-fire. The page that completes the game or gets the highest score in their given matchup will win. We're going with score this week. If you don't get a completion, the highest scorer will win. If both pages complete the game or get to the same stage, high score will be used as a tiebreaker, but essentially the same thing again. 2 points for the win, 1 point for a loss, no points, no run. Bonus point if you complete the game, win or lose. What if I'm just extremely fast at shooting? Prove it. I don't cheat. I'm good. We can tell there's a certain way. Page with overall fastest completion time or best run will be awarded a bonus point if nobody completes. I don't know if we'll have any completions this week. This game's incredibly difficult. Speedrunners, your world record time is 47 minutes and 46 seconds, but no continues used is the requirement for that run. That's the way they've got it set up on Speedrun. It's the only category listed for this game is a no continue run. So you got to beat the game and not use any continues. God help us all. I don't know if that's going to happen. We got some great competitive people in here, but this is a tough game. Best of luck to everybody this week. Who's playing who in week 15? First off, we're going to look at Ashton RTA. He gets to fight all the league average. So whatever all of us do, he has to beat the average to get the win. Punchy Gaming versus Captain Tendo Gaming. Retro Gaming Stream versus Smiling Pluvius. Next set. So if I beat the game with continues, I'm first place in that category. There's no category set up. You'd have to be a mod and set that up. Or talk to somebody on the page and get that set up. But they might do it. PSX Killer versus One Forsaken Gaming. Retro Gaming for Life versus Tomkin. Class Concurrent Gaming versus Sandblasted Gaming. Punchy throwing some heat at Tendo. Look at this. Bring it, Tendo. All right, there are the matchups for week number 15. Do we have any questions about Blazing Lasers while we're here? Or you can, as always, hit us up in Discord. We'll answer the questions as quickly as we can. Next week will be the final regular season week of head-to-head competition. And the game is Metroid Prime for the GameCube. So we'll have the results for Blazing Lasers next week. We'll go over the rules and matchups for Week 16 Metroid Prime. Week 16 is also the last week you're allowed to use an extension. Starting Week 17 and through the playoffs, we will no longer accept extensions. So if you want to use an extension next week, you're more than welcome to. But after that, there will be no extensions allowed unless it's an absolutely horrid, extraneous circumstance. Because we are human beings and we do have a little bit of compassion around here. We would allow it. But if it's just because, oh, I waited the last minute, my crap ain't working, not going to allow it. I just beat Metroid on stream not that long ago. Nice. With that, we'll head on out of here. We will see you guys next Sunday. Like I said, Week 15 results for Blazing Lasers. We'll have all the information about Metroid Prime. It's been RxDude22 from the Retro Gaming League signing out. Keep on gaming. See you on the next stream. Be good to each other. Best of luck to everybody in Week 15. We're all going to need it. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Pixels screaming out from the CRT haze. Warriors locked in those electric displays. Blow after blow for the high score throne. Retro gods fighting till the king is known. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. more.